Hi, my babies.
Hi, Mommy.
How are you guys?
Good.
How was Sunday? How was church?
That's alright.
What did y'all do?
Basically, did nothing.
Again.
Because the
They were
teachers were outside
doing
washing
car wash.
cars.
Yeah, so there was car wash for
So we had
fans.
another teacher.
Okay.
But we basically did nothing. The kids were sitting there, and then she was teaching the big kids because she's the teacher of the big kids.
Oh, okay. So you guys were just waiting for them to finish. All
We
right.
were just waiting for the Holy Communion.
Oh, it's the month-end drive. They were washing cars outside. Next week you'll come. All right, no problem. Big bro, how was first service?
It was alright.
What did y'all talk about besides Jesus?
Oh. I truly wonder, ma. I was talking about how
You didn't talk about Jonas.
What was his name? Jobabim or something?
Mr. Benjamin Machube.
No, Benji, I know. The guy that we were talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Joabim or something.
Johabim. Hey, those names, those ones.
Hey, those
That
ones.
one.
And Shonabim.
The names in the Old Testament.
So basically,
Yeah.
he was that guy that, made the Israelites worship cows because he was scared of them running away and all that. So to summarize, ne?
Mm-hmm.
Jobabim.
That one.
That
Just
one.
call him J.
Yeah, Jay. He got the throne of the north part of Israel. Not by his works, but by the works of Jesus Christ. And then instead of trusting in God's commandments and sticking to Him, he instead was too focused on, fleshly desires and tried to pursue followers because that's all he cared about. He cared about keeping his stance. And the more followers you have as a king, the more likely you are to stay as king, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he was trying to protect it. What Mr. Benji was trying to say today was stop trying by your own means.
If it's from
to keep
God,
what
trust
God has
God.
given you.
Mm-hmm.
Just trust in Him to keep it for you because there's a reason that He's given it to you. And when problems arise that may take away that thing, just put it in the trust or the hands of the Lord.
Yeah, so if He gave it to you, the person to consult about it is God. Okay, all right. All right. That was nice. Second service, Pastor Chris was preaching. It is July, so it's Men's Month at church. So yeah, the youth did it last month, the women did it the month before, so it is the men. So Pastor Chris was preaching today about the only thing that we ought to have faith on is who? God. And when you have faith in God, you need to know His characteristics. So he gave us about 10 characteristics of God, and he explained that it really doesn't make sense to trust in anything else because you cannot really rely on anything else. God does not need to consult anybody to do what He does because He is God. He made an example about,
When someone takes
when I say I need to depend on someone that is alive. He even said, myself, I'm here at this pulpit. Let's preach about Jesus, not me. I'm gonna die someday. And then what do you do when I die? Do you now lose faith and go find something else to? So he says many people have lost their faith because their faith was not in God. Their faith was in someone or something. People are like, it's like he made an example about us women. That you might be there praying for your husband to change, but you're not really praying for him to change out of love. You are praying for him to change because you want certain benefits from him. You don't want him to change for his own benefit. like when you want money and you are praying for your husband to be rich, it's not because you want him to be successful, but you want him to give you what? The money. So he was like, let's not do that. We need to have faith in God. And when you have faith in God, you need to learn his characteristics. God is trustworthy. God is gracious. God is faithful. God is God. God is he is as the sovereign. He does not need to go via anybody to make decisions, and he knows you. And for us to go and say, hey, I run things by, like he asked us, for example, me, the only ancestry I know from my side, I know who my dad is, I know who's dead, who's his dad. That's it. I don't know who comes before that. And he explained that. So for you to now rely on those people when you know nothing about them, it's very dangerous, because at some point you're going to get lost. And he explained this thing about people normally say, hey, white people came with the Bible. The South African country was under the British colony. The Afrikaner people came after that and then took over. None of them brought a Bible. Here we counted the year 1652. You are excused. So yeah, he explained a lot. Basically, the characteristics of God are what gives him his accolades. It's like when a teacher comes, they check, is he qualified? Does he have a degree in what he's teaching and stuff? It's fine, my baby. Teposh can be in the bedroom. Is he qualified? Is he able to do the job that he's come there? And if he's qualified, is it a degree? Is it a master's? Is it a doctorate? But God can get those things. And the only way you can be able to know that is when you know God is trustworthy. If you pray, he's promising to answer. But you need to trust him and trust him only. He gave verses for every characteristic, and that God is sovereign. He does not need to ask me to bless you. He does not need to via anybody to bless you. He will do it himself. So your job is to have faith, and faith only in God. But when you start having faith in people, when they die, you are lost. He reminded us of the story of how they used to take chickens to a Musebelezi, and the Musebelezi will keep the chickens, and then they'd get home and eat cabbage. It's like I to this day I love cabbage, not because I really love cabbage, but I love cabbage because that's mostly all we had after time, because the Musebeletis took the chickens. Like if I meet that lady, I'm sure she's in heaven, I'm going to ask her where are the chickens, because that's what they believed in before he got born again and stuff. And yeah, basically trust God, have faith only in God, and then you will see his character. I've seen God. I've seen him come through. I've seen him save me. I remember when they said I couldn't keep Wamukhetsu because I was coming from a big accident. There she is, she's 7 years old. I remember after losing a child before Wamukhetsu, I was told, are you not scared? How do you have another child immediately after losing one? There she is. She's turning 10 this year. So yeah, we need to give God his accolades. When he has done it for you, he has done it for you. And we can only say it's God when it's God. Some people mix God and then they go the other way, and then they come and testify at church that it was God. When you know exactly it wasn't God, you went via the highway and stuff. That's why we've got Madlanga Commissioner today. Some of those people stood at church and testified of the goodness of God, whereas they were stealing the money. Now they are caught. So we shouldn't let God's reputation go like that. We need to have faith in God. And if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't happen, God is still God. But highly mutriana, you'll have problems because people change. They're like robots. But God doesn't change. Has the sun ever came from the north? Has the sun ever not come out? Has the oxygen ever not been there for you to breathe? So you can trust God. God has a reputation, and his reputation speaks for itself. So thank you guys. Tomorrow is Faith Monday. Please speak. Tomorrow is
Worship Sunday. No, tomorrow.
Tomorrow's Monday. What do we call Monday at church?
What is tomorrow? It's Faith Monday. You are not listening. That's why I'm doing this to you. It's Faith Monday tomorrow. We speak the word of God into our
Week.
Tuesday is Soul Tuesday. Wednesday, Power Wednesday. You need to practice that. I can wanna
They call it
pay attention. It's for you to tell somebody that Jesus Christ loves them. That's it. That's your job as a born again Christian. We're at 9:45. Bye, guys.
Bye.